What's going on, everybody? It's Frank the Tank. I'm on my roof, just chilling, checking out this beautiful sunset. Just kind of watching the sun go down, and there's a storm over here I'm checking out too. Just kind of watching the sights. Today was a eventful day. Spent a lot of time on the phones, talked to a lot of people looking to buy in the area. But back for another Saturday, and so because we're gonna do this. This is gonna be a thing. So to all 5 people that are gonna watch this video, here we go. So I really want to talk about this Ed Mylett video that I watched a long time ago, and tried to find it earlier, but I couldn't. And I don't know. He has like thousands of videos, so trying to find it is near impossible. But basically, in what he was talking about was your drive and your motivation and the pace at which you go after the things you're going after. And it could be relationships, business, finance, really anything. And the difference between succeeding and failure being so slim. And it's all about, once you start to get that momentum, you start to build up a little bit of speed, a little bit of momentum, you start to see some progress. It's at that point where a lot of people will kind of pump the brakes and stop doing what they're doing and kind of go back to their old ways, because they're like, all right, I made some progress, now I can relax and take it easy. And they stop doing the things, and this has been true for me too, we stop doing the things that got us to that point in the first place. And so that's one thing I need to keep telling myself all the time is, in anything, I'm making forward progress, and I see like, all right, I'm making this progress, and could I just relax and just not make those daily steps? I could, but those little daily actions and those little tiny pieces of momentum is what got me there in the first place. So if I stop doing that, then I'm losing that momentum. And the one thing that Ed Mylett was talking about in his video was that a lot of people are very short-sighted about the finish line for their goals. Like, they don't truly understand how close their goals could be if they just pushed harder. The example that he was given was like a marathon, right? Whatever distance, if you're running a long distance, you're running along, you kind of set an internal pace for yourself. And your pace might be a little slow because you have a really long distance. You have a really long distance to go across. So you're going to kind of go at a slower pace. But as soon as you can see the finish line, then you pick up your pace, and you suddenly get that burst of energy, and you're sprinting, or if it's just like a 100-yard dash, you can see the finish line right there, then you're going to go full speed. And the thing he was talking about in the video is that success for a lot of people is right there. And if they could just see how close the finish line was, then they wouldn't slow their pace up, and they would keep going at that sprinting pace. So that's something that I keep trying to tell myself, is that hopefully that success benchmark, that success, whatever that looks like, is right there. And if I can just keep sprinting and just keeping up with those daily actions and everything that I'm supposed to be doing, then you'll get there. Then I'll get there. So yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. Hope you found the sunset in the background enjoyable. If you haven't seen any of Ed Mylett's videos, you should check it out. It's very cool dude, very inspirational, very into the self-improvement and motivation and stuff like that, and confidence building, lots of cool stuff. So yeah, in summation, don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on your goals. And even when even when you start to see the results of your hard work, in anything, weight loss, finances, whatever, you're pushing, you're doing all these extra things, you start to see a little bit of that success, a little bit of change. Don't go back to the old ways, because you'll just undo everything you just did. Keep doing those same actions that you were doing and use them as fuel to keep pushing forward and make even more progress, and just snowball it, because most people give up at that point and just go back to the old stuff. So if you can just be that that small percentage of people, I guess, then you'll be ahead. So yeah, that's all I got. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. Stay classy.